Hey, you guys. This is the Shella D. Bridgman Show. Welcome. This is Shella D. Bridgman, and this is my testimony. I hope you are well today. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you're having a good day. It is Saturday, December 14th, so we are halfway through the month. So we have about 2 more weeks until this year is over. Look, I haven't given up. I've been eating all sorts of things. I have not given up, but I'm very much in the middle of a transition, and this is my crutch, so calling a spade a spade. I'm here at the library. The lights just came on. It was pitch black, like pitch black, but I'm doing it, and so here we are. Last night, excuse me, my throat is not being friendly. Last night I was, as I say, feeling some type of way. So guess what I did? I listened to my own videos. And I was inspired. I'm just telling you the truth. I sat here and I was quickly trying to get everything done because I need to get ready for work and do some stuff. You know what? Let me stop right here and say, there's nothing like, and this is facts. There's nothing like knowing exactly what you're supposed to do. There's nothing like really feeling led, even if it's something that sounds crazy and absurd and outrageous and like over the top. There's nothing like make sure my door is locked. There's nothing like really feeling sure about what you're supposed to do. There's nothing like it. And that's some stuff. That's what I have to do tonight. Let me just say, every time something comes to mind, I say, okay, do I tell them this or not? Last night, I was going to give somebody in a parking lot $100. I went to the store. Okay, let me go ahead and tell you. Because, see, people don't know, right? They don't know. So these are our secrets, right? Okay. So, some time ago, I told you guys about losing my wallet in the store, in the Walmart, right? This guy has helped me. This car that I have, God bless the car. I'm pretty sure it was involved in an accident, before I bought it, right? So they replaced the parts, and they didn't put the actual parts, the parts that are supposed to go on the car. They used the like interchangeable parts for the same car, different model, right? So the car, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I couldn't hit the pause button. I'm so sorry. I was moving. It came too fast. I'm so sorry. Stop it. I'm so sorry. But you know what? Here's the gift. Things always are not as bad as I think they are. So when I go back and listen. But I listened. I apologize profusely, but I'm gonna get through this. Look, that's me not being quick on the draw with the pause button. I probably only used it once. But so in a previous recording, I told you guys about. Okay, so my car, like I said, I bought it. It didn't even have sun visors. Okay, it's cute on the outside. But I tell you, right? And I'm not that kind of person. I'm a fixer. If I see something wrong, I'm gonna fix it. That's how. Look, here I go. That's how the lady that I said relieves me all the time. She's been there for a long time, and I call her the queen, right? So I was talking to her this morning. It was the first day last night of my official switch for the job, right? And she was calling me saying, where are you? And I had, I needed to finish, right? There's no way I could switch jobs and not complete what I was supposed to do. I was like, nah, I got to do this, right? So when I got over to the office, I told her, I apologize, but I had to get this done. I cannot, be incomplete, right? So I apologized to her, but Oh, so that's what she was saying. We were talking, and you know how people slip in what they really think, right? So she said, but you don't care. I'm not even gonna say anything else to that, but she said that, but you don't care. And I told her, I said, you know what? I said, it's not that I don't care. I said that I can't do anything about anything. Facts. I can't do anything about anything. And so I told her, I said, I do what I can, and I go home. But I can't fix anything. That's just the way the job is. That's why I said, everything is broken and you can't fix it. Facts, right? Okay. So I said that to her. So I'm a fixer. If I see something wrong, I'm gonna fix it. I'm going to. That's my nature. That's how I am. I grew up with a sick mother. I'm going to fix something if I see something wrong. I don't care what it is. If I have to buy something, if I have to get some glue, if I have to, there's no way. It's not in me. I've seen piles of rubble at the job. It is not my job to clean, but I cleaned it up because I was walking past it every night. And it's like, this is crazy, right? And it's one of the things that God has tasked me with. When I'm in the store and something falls off the hanger, I have to put it back. I have to put it back. When I try on shoes and I'm not gonna buy them, I have to put them back on the shelf. That is something. I'm a Joyce Meyer baby too. You put your shopping cart back in the rack. This, it's one of the things that I'm tasked to do, right? But I'm a fixer, so this car, it didn't have any sun visors when I bought it. I had to buy them, put on, and all this stuff. But again, so I believe the car was involved in an accident. So they used parts that would fit from another model of my car, right? So it has at the bottom, there are holes at the bottom where a part is supposed to be attached, like a spoiler, right? So I'm the type of person where that kind of stuff bothers me. It bothers me to see holes in the bottom of the car. So I was in the Walmart. This is how I met the guy that works in the Walmart. I'm in the Walmart. For the longest time, I was like, okay, this is bothering me, and then I'll let it go, and then I'll brainstorm on an idea, right? So I call myself gonna put some reflector tape, because at first I was gonna put like the buttons that you put on spokes on a wheel for a bicycle or something like that. But you can't. It's a whole thing to get down there. I'm like, no, okay, we can't do that. And I was concerned with the car wash too, right? Because I go through the automatic car wash, and that thing is brutal. So I said, okay, tape, right? Reflector tape. So I wanted white reflector tape because I thought it would, set something off. Like I cut it in little squares and put over the little holes. And I put like one of them up there. It looked like teeth. It looked like teeth on the car, right? Like because it's at the bottom of the car. I'm like, okay. For all the searching that I did, because at one store they didn't have enough, so I went to another store and got enough. But he helped me with that, and I wouldn't tell him what it was for, because I just knew it was gonna work and everything, and I wouldn't tell him what it was for. But that's how I met him. He's an older gentleman. He may be a little older than me, and so he's just always been kind to me, right? And so when I had my godmother sent me the money, she sent me $200, right? So I had two $100 bills in my wallet, and plus some other money, right? And so I went in the store to pick up the money, but then I also was gonna get him some water, my little guy some water, and some laundry detergent or something. These are all mandatory things, right? And so I dropped my wallet, and the store was crowded too. It was like early evening, people getting off work and stuff. And this was maybe a couple months ago, right? A couple months ago. So he was literally down on the floor looking for the wallet for me. Okay, let me tell you something. what do they say when a person does something and they're not when a person does something and they're not looking for anything? He was not looking for anything, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a person. It sounds like he's trying to break out, huh? I'm telling you, he's so smart. Um, when a person does something for you and they don't do it for anything in return, that is worth 3,000% for me. That's, oh, I went back and listened to that video when I said about the guy and I said I have no respect for him and I throw him in the trash with everything and every. Oh, I just see that the expression on my face. I was like, girl, did you say that? Did you say that? But I did mean it. I did mean it. I did mean it. But so yeah, I mean, like, the guy has been helpful to me. He works in like the automotive department. When he sees me, he says, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" He's just always nice to me. Always nice to me for no, what is he trying to get, right? It's not even like that. And that same day when I went to customer service and they had they had the wallet and the money was in it, and I went and I found him and I told him, and he, like, I think he did like me, like, put your hand to your chest, right? Like, wow, that's crazy, that's amazing. And I told him, I said, I told you that because I knew you would understand. Like, that's impossible. It's impossible to get a wallet back with $200 in it, plus $200+ in it. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that, and I'm telling you this because I tell you the secrets, and this is my testimony. This is my testimony. It's not just me trying to be fa la la and do something. It's not just me telling you that I did something. I'm giving you the story so you understand, right? And the little angry people, I don't give them money. God is not telling me to bless them, because my money, you hear what I'm telling you. My money, I work for it, right? So yeah, he's just always gone out of his way to be kind to me for just no reason, right? So the other day when I was in the store and I said I saw him and he was pushing something, a cart or something, like the supplies or something on the cart, right? And I said, a rack, and I said I was just thinking about you, and I was. Because, it's the holiday season, and, I think he had mentioned something about his mother or something. Just, you wonder what that person's holiday is going to be like, because I know what mine is, right? Well, no, I don't know. You never know what's coming tomorrow, right? So, but, and then I, went to him, and he had a mask on. And that was different, because I'm a masker. Oftentimes I still wear a mask. And, he had a mask on, so that was different. Like, I've never, for as long as I've been going there, as long as I've seen him, I've never seen him wear a mask, right? So we were talking about the holidays, and he said something about Christmas, and I said, yeah. I said, well, a lot of people, this is like the hardest time of the year for some people. I said, because they don't have, okay, so this is what happened. He told me that he said something about him and his wife. He said he'd been sick, right? He said he has a cold, so that's why he had the mask on. And he said something about him and his wife, something, and he said, I didn't even know he was married, right? And then he said, I have 10 grandkids. And I was like, whoa. And I said to him, I said, well, that means, you have a good life, right? He's like, but he has to buy stuff for them, right? And I told him, I said, often, I said, a lot of people are really having a hard time at this time of the year. I said, because they don't have what you have, right? And so he, like, took it like, yeah, I get it, but it's like he has to buy stuff for these kids, right? And they're probably pretty young, you know what I mean? Because he's not like 80. He's not 80. We may even be like the same age. But so for little kids, you got to get little kids stuff. So, I'm sorry, this person just turned on some bright lights. So I left the store and I was like, and I heard him. You know what I mean? It's like, people don't tell you when they're having a hard time. They just don't. You know what I mean? You might can look at them and see it, but they don't. They oftentimes do not divulge the hardships of their life, right? And he said that. He said, I gotta buy, I got the 10 grandkids. And he said I've been sick. He said I haven't been here or something. He said I've been sick, I have a cold, right? And I was like, wow, right? So God put it on my heart to give him some money yesterday. So I went and got the money out the bank, and I'm just telling you, so you know, it was $100, right? So I went and got a $100 bill out of the bank. And so I went, it was something. I had to put money in to get money out. Just, think, okay, I'm going to do what God told me to do, right? And so I did it, and then I came to the store, and I realized I've always seen him in the evening. So I'm like, let me go in the evening. And so, and yesterday it was still my day off. I didn't go. No, I was going to work that evening. Yeah, I was going to work that evening. But I think Santa is still at the library because it's really full. But yeah, so yeah, God told me to do it. And so I went in the store, I walked around the store, and I didn't see him, and I was going to ask somebody, and then something told me, because I bought my tires from Walmart, and this guy helped me, right? This young man, he helped me, and he remembered me because I had been in there checking before I bought the tires. I was like, okay, can I, trying to see that I can afford the tires. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they had like this crazy deal. It was like, I got to get some tires, right? I got to get some tires from Walmart. So, and that guy, I saw him too when I had lost my wallet. I saw him too. So anyway, so something told me, let me go to the automotive, like where they do the tires and stuff. Let me go over here and ask them if they've seen this guy, right? So the young man, he remembered me because I don't look like everybody. He remembered me, and he said, he didn't say he remembered me, but I knew he did by how he, interacted with me. And he said, I asked him if he had seen the guy. He said, I haven't seen him. He said he's been calling off a lot. He said he's been sick. He's been calling off sick a lot, right? I'm like, And he said, no, he's not here tonight. He even told me what hours he works. I said, yeah, I know I usually see him in the evenings. I said, I don't know his name, right? And so, so he wasn't there last night. He was not there last night. He called off sick. He was supposed to be at work. He wasn't there because he called off sick. And so, I'm going to go and when I finish up here, I'm going to go and try to catch him tonight. So, but the thing was that I was so sure. I'm like, God told me to give him this money, right? I mean, you can't give nobody no $20 and they got 10 grandkids, right? You can't, that's not a $20 thing, right? And so God told me $100, right? And $100 bill, not the 20s, but $100 bill. So it's very specific, right? I'm like, okay. So when I found out the guy wasn't there and everything, so now I got this man. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? I know it's definitely not for me to buy anything. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I saw this lady in the parking lot. She had an older, like, I don't know, some kind of car, a little car, like an older Toyota, like 70 or 80 or something like that. And I would not probably say, but probably 80 or something. Little car, right? And it had like Washington plates on it. It was kind of wrecked in the back, and when she drove away, I saw that the tail light didn't work, and she had a lot of bags in the car, not shopping bags, but like luggage bags, like duffel bags, right? And you could tell that it was a situation, right? And I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I'm walking around in the parking lot with the dog, and I'm scoping out, okay, what's going on, right? I could see that the seat next to her was empty. I'm like, okay, so she's not alone. I told you, look for the people, right? And I could see, I wasn't looking, she stood out. It was a white car. And you could see the stuff in the car. You could tell that something was wrong, right? And so I'm walking, I'm looking, I'm getting closer, and I'm trying to see. She had a little dog in her lap, and I'm like, oh my goodness, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to give her the money, right? And so by the time she was like parked next to me, near me, and I was gonna put him in the car, and then, well, I was gonna give her the money. So I walked up. No, then somebody came out of the store. It was a young man. I don't know if it was her son or her boyfriend. I don't know what, but he was like upset that it took so long. He apologized it took so long or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, still, whoever it is, I don't know if it's her boyfriend or son or whatever, they have a situation. You know what I mean? That's not foreign. That's an out-of-state license plate. The car is, you know what I mean? They have a situation. So she was looking on her phone, like she was looking for something, and then he was looking for something, right? So I walked up to the car, and her window was up, and I walked up to the car. I was going to give her $100. See, this is why I'm supposed to tell you this. This is why. I was going to give her the $100 bill, right? I'm just a lady with a dog. I was going to give her a $100 bill, and she just waved. She did her hand like, go away. And I was like, oh, okay. And I went back to my car, and I was like, oh, she just missed a blessing, right? This is the holiday season, and this is the kind of stuff that you hear about. You know what I mean? Like, somebody paid my bill in the store. Somebody paid off my... This is the kind of stuff you hear about during this time of the year. I'm trying to fulfill, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do what I believe I'm supposed to do. I know that I didn't go through all that to get that money and to not do anything with it. So I'm like, what? So I said maybe, because the fact... And she wasn't a person that I saw in the parking lot all the time. Like, she was really passing through. She was doing something, right? It was a situation. And so I was like, okay, let me give the money to her, right? And she waves me away. And when people do stuff like that, you don't really want to mess with them. You don't know, you know what I mean? And then I stood at my car, and I was like, but if God told me to give her the money, and then she drove away, and I said, people need to be more present. She just missed a blessing that I'm sure she could have used, right? But then I was feeling some type of way. It's my first night in my new position, which is kind of like, even though the other position was not a supervisor position, it kind of was, you know what I mean? So, and it's a new job. I got to do new stuff. I'm like, it's a lot, right? So I was listening to my recordings. And one of them said something about when you offer something to... I said something about things working out. Like maybe you want to be a blessing to someone, and then they refuse it. I said, so it all works out. And I was like, what? It was funny because I was trying to find the one where I was laughing, talking about the place being, you can't, it's 6 feet or something like that. I was looking for that one, but I do them every day, so I don't know what's what, right? And so I finally found that one, but then it just kept, jumping from one to the next. And everything was just so useful, and it spoke to my situation about, everything that I'm going through right now. I'm going through something. Today I bought some ice cream. Yes, I did. And ate the rest of this like cinnamon rolls, but without the cinnamon. And then it had like some strawberry icing. I don't know, just ridiculous. So my stomach is back, poking out. But so yeah, I just I listened to my own recordings for... it addressed so many different topics, like really it addressed so many different topics. So I say all that to say that I'm going to go tonight, and I'm going to find the man, and I believe he'll be there, and I'm going to give him the money. And I know that's what I'm supposed to do. And I also know that he didn't tell me he didn't tell me that because he wanted something. You know, people are, people can be up to stuff, but no, he that wasn't it. He was being honest with me, because we have some kind of like little friendship, even though I didn't even know his name or anything. He's just always, the man was on the floor, on his knees, hands and knees, looking for my wallet, you know. Excuse me. So yeah, it's what I'm supposed to do, and I'm supposed to tell you the truth. I'm supposed to tell you the truth. Okay. This, and that's what I'm saying. But it's like, you know what it's like? I'm telling you guys, it's like, you know how you have the one friend that you tell all your secrets to? That's what it's like. This is. It's like you're the one friend that I'm telling all my secrets to. Because everything that I'm telling you, I haven't told anybody. I haven't told anybody about any of what I'm telling you. None of it. And like I said, it's this is for the intention, or for the purpose of, to encourage and inspire. I'm telling you, I'm sitting in a parking lot, the lights were out, pitch black, and I'm making this recording. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I saw some people, I was going to be a blessing to them. You could tell they needed it, right? I'm telling you, there's a man in the Walmart, and then it's like, he works at Walmart. He works at Walmart, like, as, what do you call not as a cashier, but, you know, somebody out on the floor. He's not making a whole lot of money. He's not. And he's saying he has 10 grandkids. I can afford it. I can afford it. And again, some kind of choices. I mean, I'm following what God is telling me to do, but I think it's put me in a position to have money that I can be a blessing to somebody. You know, like I said, there's been a time in my life when I've had better everything, better clothes, better living conditions, better car, everything. I mean, trust me. A car with holes at the bottom. I mean, it doesn't look crazy. You have to look to really see it, but that's not what, you know. But there was a time when I had better everything, but I didn't have any money. I could never do anything for anybody. Never. I've gone from, like I told you, $5 to $20. I'm trying to give somebody $100. And actually, truth be told, there are 2 people that I'm led to, because this is Christmas time. There's no need for me to buy anything for anybody. My brother doesn't need anything. Nobody needs anything. I bought my little guy like a raincoat, a raincoat and a couple more sweatshirts. That's just to wear. But with the little hood, you know, sweatshirts with little hoods on them. One is Reebok, one has like stars on it. Having these little outfits, but yeah, I don't have kids. There's nobody that you know, I'm not gonna say what I don't have, but at this moment, you know, it's not for me to go feed a whole shelter of people. You know what I mean? So this is my way of contributing. This is my way of contributing to the holiday season and doing something and feeling good about it. And it's not something, I'm not going to tell anybody about it. I'm telling you guys. But I'm not going to tell anybody about it. So I'm still living within, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to tell you, but I'm still living within the, don't do something and then broadcast it to people. You're not supposed to do that. But this is what this show is about. I'm supposed to tell you because I'm supposed to share the details of my life. And this is a detail of my life. This is a detail of my life. So yeah, that's why I'm moving as quickly as I can. I'm gonna get this done. I've cut my time down, you guys. You know, I saw, and you know what, I was doing an hour. It wasn't wasteful. But God has just told me I need to do something different right now. You know what I mean? Just cut it down. So tonight is the night that I work with the coworker that I gave my job to. And this is me being honest with you. the opportunity is being presented to me, that how am I going to act? You know what I mean? Am I going to be salty? It's almost like you do something, but then you have a bad attitude. You know what I mean? Like, I did something, I gave him the job, but do I follow it up with a bad attitude? Like, what's up with that, right? So I still have, that's how I had the ice cream today. I still have something ahead of me. I have not seen him. I was expecting to see him last night, but I didn't. So I still have to be in that situation with him and figure out how I'm going to do that. Yeah, so that's like I said, all of this is, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity to, like I said, handle things like an adult. Because I could just I know how to be mean. I know how to be mean without cussing or anything. I know how to really be mean. I've had that gift for years, right? That's what I told you. My mother used to tell me, God don't like ugly. There's a spirit in me that can be mean. So I need to show up for that. That's why I'm doing everything right now. I'm gonna go, after I finish here, I'm gonna go to the store and find this guy. I believe he'll be there tonight. He is sticking his face in the bed and making noise. You know what? The day when I found that ID and I took it to that like rescue mission, where people live. When I was sitting there, I was doing something like, fixing my hair or something. I saw two ladies with babies, like in the stroller, and then like 3-year-olds walking. They went in there. I was just remembering that because I just saw this lady come to the parking lot with the one in the stroller and one running. Yeah, people. I'm saying people. Some people, child. I think I got a situation where I'm like, man, I saw this man today. He was in a wheelchair. It was not motorized, and he was an older man, and he was rolling the wheel. He was on the sidewalk and rolling the wheels and rolling. I said, do you know how much energy that takes to get down the street to roll the wheels like that? And you older? He didn't have gloves on. He was just wheeling. I'm like, man, I might think I got a situation, but man, that's a lot of energy, right? So that's what I'm saying. The message is, this is my message. Be a blessing to someone. Be a blessing to someone. Someone always, no matter what you're going through, there's always someone that has it worse than you. Be a blessing to someone. I love you. Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.